Hello, I'm George Borelli. I'm here to discuss wind noises with the Tesla. I do have a Model 3. It's a 2022 Model 3 Performance, but I think it applies to many Teslas because they use similar designs. I'm going to turn this around so I can show you the car. No more need to look at me. Okay. So the problem I've been experiencing is the wind noises kind of in this general area. The B pillar, they call this the B pillar, this interface with this glass to the rubber. So I found some interesting things. The one thing I found is that the curvature of this window is pretty profound. I put a flat edge on it, and it curves this way quite a lot, and so that has to that's supported only at the bottom. Of course, there's no frame, and then when it goes all the way up against the rubber weather stripping surround, which is this, it has to flatten out, and unfortunately that leaves some areas that are still slightly bowed, and they can be primarily in this area, kind of in this area. So I've tried a number of things. I took the door panel off. I adjusted the pressure of the window to go more inwards. There's two bolts on the bottom. There's really good videos on this already. You just adjust them so it pushes the window frame, the track out, and then it moves the top in. I also adjusted the window slightly to sit a little taller. I thought that would help. And then finally I adjusted the door a little tighter. And actually the Tesla service did the same thing. They adjusted the door a little tighter. Okay, so that's a summary. But I still had gaps. So what I did was I came up with a method to shim. So basically this rubber seal, the interface of this seal to the window is one of the primary sources of wind noise, especially around your ears. So what I did is I come up with a method to test. I guess I need to show you that first. So I shut the window, shut the door, shut the front window, and then I opened the back window. This I find the best, or also you can get inside. So I got a thin piece of cardboard. You could use a business card. You could use something that's kind of rigid, but at the same time not very thick. So then I reach in towards the front. I don't know if you can see through the glass. There it is. There's a cardboard. So I stick this cardboard to test the rubber seal all around, and right now this is actually pretty solid. The cardboard is not going through. If it's weak, it'll actually come all the way through and go out. So I do this all the way around. Can you see it here? Oh, it's really hard. There's the cardboard, and then I push it up. So if it sticks through, if it gets in too easily, that's proof that you're going to have wind noise. So after I did all the tightening, I made the window tighter here by tilting it in. I made the whole door tighter by moving the door in. And I slightly raised. I don't know how important that is, and that's difficult. All of these are a little bit tricky. I still found gaps because of the bow in the window. So what I came up with is a system to shim. So shimming means I move this rubber out only in the place where it's not making a good interface. Be really careful with this process, because if you shim it too much, you could possibly put the window in jeopardy of hitting this metal half round. That's why when the doors open, it goes down slightly. So it doesn't hit this metal. And so what you don't want is you don't want to push this rubber out so much that the window will hit the metal when it raises up. So that's the risk. So you just be aware of that and be careful. So what I do is I first measure the gaps with this method. I slip it from behind, as I was trying to show you, or you can go in the car. So really you're slipping it in here between this rubber and the glass. It should be snug, not real tight, but not so loose that it goes all the way through. Do that all the way around. Find out if you have any gaps. Once the window and the door system are fairly tight, you'll find that there's still gaps. So what I did is I came up with a method to shim. So I did is I took basically hacksaw blades. This is an old one. I broke it off to get the right length. And then I take duct tape. I cover it all up to the thickness that I want, and then I duct tape it in position so it won't fall out. So this comes out pretty easily. You just grab behind it, grab the top of it, you pull. It comes right out. This is just a snap fit. I think that's part of our problems. So I took one of these blades, covered it with duct tape, and inserted it in the one gap I had remaining. I found that I had an area in here, and then it doesn't go all the way to the top. They didn't think I needed it, and then I put a little duct tape around to the inside to hold in position so it doesn't slip back. And then I put this over the top. And then you got to be really careful with this. You got to press this in and make sure it gets in the right slot. If it doesn't, you may have to tape it, or you may have to use some adhesive or something. That has to close that gap too. And once I did all that, then I shut the door and window, and I retested. It's probably easier really to go inside the car. Let me go inside and show you from the inside. Might have been hard to see the outside. Okay, so inside the car, shut the door, and I take this and I stick it up here. If it feels too loose, let's see, am I showing it? If it feels too loose, I probably have a gap. It feels a little loose up in here, but it's easier on the outside because you can see it'll well on the side it'll go right through to the B-pillar. But inside, you just got to feel it, and some places it's snug, some places it isn't. And then you just got to road test it and see. There's Gumby. Say hello to Gumby. You just got to road test it and see if the road noises are cut down any. These road noises are typically at higher speeds, above, say, 55 highway speeds. I hope this was helpful. If you find any of my videos, I have a whole series on custom Tesla seats, on wind noises, and everything like that. Please give me a like and subscribe if you. Again, my name is George Borelli. I'm in Crystal River, Florida. I'm a retired engineer. As you can see in the background, I have a vintage car restoration business. I'm also a Russian system and martial arts instructor, so you can find me pretty easily. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps.